Hi guys, happy Friday. I hope everyone had a wonderful week and is getting ready to have a fun and relaxing weekend. In this pick a card reading, I'm going to be doing a channeled message from your secret admirer. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the rose quartz heart. Group 2 is the Picasso Jasper heart. And group 3 is the Aventurine heart. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, group 1. You chose the rose quartz heart. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I'll dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the High Priestess, the Sun, King of Swords, Page of Cups, 7 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. I have taken steps towards you and have stopped myself on multiple occasions because I am intimidated by the confidence that you exude so naturally that makes me question if I can live up to the standard of how you have learned to love and respect yourself and build a life which revolves around that. I am forced to see the ways in which I have allowed certain things that have only held me back to clutter my energy and my life for too long. As compared to you, I feel that I still have so much that I need to accomplish by way of success in the material world that I know is a reflection of some kind of success I have failed to even begin the questing of inside of myself. I want to come towards you honestly, but I also know that I don't want to rush things to the place of putting pressure upon you to make a decision one way or another if you will even give me the time of day at this point, or if I was simply misreading the signs between the two of us and that it is better for me to just remain in the role that I currently play within your reality. My hopes are high, and I know that it would crush me in an irreparable fashion if you were to take me under consideration and then reject me. I find myself leaning into a place of defeatist thoughts, and the closer that it gets to the point of no return, where I know that sooner or later someone else is going to pick up on your vibe and charge forth where I have been hesitant. Despite all of this, I just can't seem to pluck myself out of the energy of indecision. It feels so safe when I am with you. It feels like I can be myself totally, but I just don't know if you are going to like the person that you are able to discover behind the many masks that I wear for you and for the world. You have helped me to see so clearly up to this point that I was never asking too much in partnership from other people before. I was simply knocking upon the wrong doors and then becoming embittered each time what I found within those who were yielding to me that did not match up with what was truly in my highest good. What that led to as far as disappointments that has changed the way that I look at love and partnerships seemingly forever. I know that I can't bring this negativity towards you, that there is no place for it at all, because you are brighter than the sun, and all feelings of disappointment seem to evaporate in your presence. But it's taking time for my heart to catch up with my mind, with what my mind already knows, that you are the logical choice because you have accepted me as I am already up to this stage in our knowing one another. And so it feels like just the type of space that is necessary for me to express my authentic self and to be known by someone romantically who is there with me through a transitional period rather than becoming fixated on the one image that I present consistently that becomes something I have to keep up with, that in other circumstances in my past was the root cause of both of our suffering, because there would inevitably come a time where those illusions would fade and the reality of what it is that I want in life and how much I am able to pour into building those dreams and visions always turned out to be much different than what was promised and presented at face value. I have had to watch other people around me move forth into their happily ever after, and for many years I felt embittered as if that type of life and wish fulfillment was simply something that had passed me by through a series of unfortunate choices in my past that had put me at a place in my current timeline and reality that I am making the best of, but is far from the place I always imagined myself to be. You feel like a second chance or like a breath of fresh air that is helping me to set my sights optimistically towards the future and what can still be built out of the time that I have upon this earth. You feel like somebody that would be that safe space in order to ask those heavy questions. If everything that I had poured into myself and certain goals only yielded half-hearted satisfaction in the past, then you might be the person that could be courageous enough to stand with me as I go through a process of inventorying where I can do better for myself, what I need to cut out of my life that is simply a reflection of an outdated version of me, and to have that encouragement in the form of just that one other person, that romantic partner who is with you through thick and thin, to take those necessary steps forward to living a more well-rounded and authentic life. I feel trapped in my situation, and somehow you bring light into this circumstance that helps me to feel I am not alone, being as restricted as I am within the parameters of my current conditions. It is helping me to look to the time when I will have more options, options for movement, options to actually experience the results of all of the efforts that I have put in to try and do the best that I can with the circumstances that I am experiencing, to maximize my untapped potential into something usable rather than just another thing that is gone to waste. I know that I will come towards you with the sense of being able to promise you wish fulfillment, but I have bigger plans in store as far as what I want my life to develop into, and a part of me is scared that that idea of transition and change will scare you off right away, and so it feels that it's necessary for me to get the words just right so that you know I am not advocating for you to pick up and leave everything behind, but simply to be patient with me as I am giving as much as I am able to the potential of you and me, while also needing to keep many of my assets in reserve for myself so that I am able to actually construct a different type of life for myself outside of the conditions that are currently my reality. I feel that we could work well as a team, even in the sense of you continuing to live your life as brilliantly as you do, and me looking towards you as a source of inspiration in times when I doubt myself. I hope that I am able to come to my senses and rush forth towards you, wish fulfillment that stands in front of me at this very moment, because the idea that somebody else might take action where I hesitate fills me with a sense of dread, and knowing that if I miss this moment with you, it is something that I will likely sit with as a form of regret for long into the future, and certainly the idea and the ghost of you would be something that would intrude upon other future relationships. I would rather avoid all of that heaviness. I would rather come towards you with an openness to experience the full capacity of love that you are willing to give to me. So, those are your messages. Let's see what else your secret admirer wants you to know. Okay, we have stop doubting our connection. You are my goddess. I feel stuck. Stop focusing on me and go after your dreams. I'm sorry I hurt you. Cutting fake people out of my life. I feel like I'm going in circles. I dream of you. I've decided to take action. And I am too much to handle right now. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got T, D, V, Z, T, M, D, Y, G, Y, F, S, O, X, W, I, P, O, H, N, B, I, and A. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose the Picasso Jasper heart. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energies surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Page of Wands, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, Page of Swords, Death, King of Swords, the Empress, 8 of Cups, the Moon, and the 3 of Cups. I want to take things slow, but there is also so much within me that wants to rush forth beyond the formalities of our current dealings with one another, so that I can cut to the chase and reveal to you these deep and beautiful feelings that have been simmering inside of me for so long. I love to watch you when you are in a crowd of people, interacting with each individual, making everyone feel special, seen, and heard in a way that is unlike anyone else I have ever witnessed before. You have this glow about you that is contagious. The energy of every room I have seen you step into is uplifted immediately upon your entrance, but also in anticipation that you are about to arrive. I know that you have captured the attention of many, but I want to be that person that can boldly and openly and publicly proclaim that I have the honor of having captured your heart. I want to show you a love and an experience in romance that is reciprocal. I don't want you to feel that you made an error in taking a chance on me. I feel like we have such a good flow in terms of our conversation and the chemistry, which I notice has made you blush on more than one occasion. And so I would like to peel back those layers between all that we have said and we have yet to say to one another, so that we are able to get down to the business of igniting this spark between the two of us that has been only hinted and suggested at, but simply requires one of us to reach out and make that first move. And so it would be my honor to be the one to cut through this tension between us and start to get into the flow of experiencing all this beautiful potential that we share. I see you as somebody who is very self-aware, and that you have clearly put in work to beautify the world inside of you, because all around you has come into full bloom as well. I have watched how people who have spent even just a little time in your presence are made better. Consistently seeing and interacting with you has brought out better versions of other people. There's less of a weight upon their shoulders. There's more of a sense of looking towards their circumstances and the future with optimism. You provide solutions just by having that listening ear available for those who gravitate towards you and see you as a helper of sorts. I don't want to come towards you in a romantic way from a stance of neediness, and so I'm trying to take care of certain issues in my life so that the nature of our conversations does not drift towards unfortunate things. I want to be able to be open to seeing things from your perspective, teachable about a new way to view the world and even the past that has led to this version of myself. There are still wounds and triggers that I have to be mindful of, and I will do my best in order to present a logical explanation for the times where the intensity of our future interactions will become too much, and I will need to take a step back, lick old wounds, and make sure that the ways in which my heart had been broken in the past are truly left behind. You give me no reason to doubt, and yet I know myself well enough to know that it is a very cautious place that guards the perimeter around my capacity to give deeply on an emotional level to other people. I don't want to punish you for my past. I have put someone through that before, and so I'm trying to learn from my mistakes and forge a new way forward with what I see as the opportunity of you having come into my life at this time in reality, where I am in this liminal space between having closed off certain long chapters that had held my attention for a while, and starting to focus my efforts towards building a future that I am more preferable to, as opposed to the ways in which I had simply held my peace and made unreasonable compromises in the interest of pedestalizing others while my own interests were put by the wayside. I have had to learn the hard way that we get what we give. In the past, I was selfish with other lovers. I want to make myself ready to indulge in whatever it is that you need from me in order to feel safe enough to soften and open your heart completely. I want to keep a line of communication between the two of us vital and open. I want us to reach the place where we are not holding anything back from one another for fear of judgment or being shamed. I want you to be able to bring your concerns to me, and if I don't have solutions, to at least stand there while you puzzle through the mazes in your own mind single-handedly. I want to show you that love is something which doesn't just need to be there when the times are good, but if ever you were to feel that there is too much pressure upon you or too much uncertainty, that I am someone who will walk with you into that quiet space, or at least hold space for you when you would return back into a place within yourself of being able to communicate again with me consistently and in a deep and exciting way. I have had dreams about you, signs that point me in the direction of continuing to keep my heart open and to capitalize upon all the promise that exists between the two of us. I want so much to reach that place in linear time where I am looking into your eyes, speaking those words, I love you, and that it will not be the first time you will have heard it from me. I look at you and I can almost imagine our first kiss. I could see you as the one that I wake up to every single day. I could see you as the person that would help to redefine for me the ways in which two people could connect and also maintain a boundary of healthy respect for one another. You hold your own, you know who you are, you align completely with what I have come to learn is the true nature of connection between two people and what I require for a compatible partnership. I have put away all of the frivolity of my younger years. I am somebody who is focused in the here and now on making better decisions in life, and that includes in who I call in and approach for a loving partnership. I'm looking forward to the time when I can surprise you by asking you out on a first date. I have thought about many different ways in which you would either soften into a place of letting that secret hint that you feel something deeper for me as well come to the surface, as well as the idea that it would be a surprise and that you would have a smile that would simply light up my world, that regardless of what would happen then beyond that first encounter or however many you would choose to have with me, would always be a souvenir of this time, of the most beautiful person that I have ever seen or encountered, saying yes to me and me alone. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your secret admirer wants you to know. Okay, and we have negative thoughts get us no results. I dream of you. I did some research on twin flames and it resonates. We are stuck in a cycle. Secretly, I am anxious to see you. I wasn't exactly ready yet, so I ran. I can't stand the thought of seeing you with someone else. I'm struggling to let go of the 3D world. I look at your pictures often, and please respect my boundaries. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got D, L, G, U, Q, K, C, Y, E, T, D, J, H, S, N, V, W, V, B, R, R, and M. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. Chose the Aventurine heart. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Star, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Three of Wands. I'm reaching the point of not caring if you know that I am watching you. You have changed so much in the time that we have been apart, and it has been a humbling revelation for me to discover that rather than coming back in as the knight in shining armor to finally do right by you as I should have done from the beginning, I have come to realize that you were never in need of a savior or a hero, or if you had been at some earlier chapter of your story, that you long ago stopped waiting for someone to arrive and became that main character and the victor within your own circumstances. I hate that I took you for granted and just assumed that it would be an open door policy for me to return after I had quested and found that deep personal truth that always was lingering as something that I needed to fulfill within myself before I could let love in totally. That was the motivation for taking the opportunity with you in the past and letting me pass it by. I found absolutely nothing that reinforced for me that I made a right decision to step away from you when I did during this time that we have been at a distance from one another. Instead, all of the signs have directed me back to the place where I made a wrong turn. I have tried to rush back towards you on multiple occasions, but something always thwarts me, as if the universe is saying that I must do much better than what I had intended to be my original reconciliation speech. And so I am forced to be a spectator on the outside of your reality until I can prove to myself and this beautiful layer of protection that you have created for yourself by raising your standards and holding yourself in very high esteem and value as you should and always should have. That this is the gatekeeper that requires me to do the unexpected as far as the gestures and efforts that I make to prove to you that I am not just coming in to disrupt your peace or to stand by you in a seasonal capacity, but that I am finally ready to go all in with you as you had so generously offered me in the past, with your open arms and your open heart and your willingness to hold space for me even when I was a fool. I underestimated you. I didn't see your worth and value because I couldn't claim that fully inside of myself. I was living a lie for so long, life has stripped me of all of those illusions. People around me see me clearly now for who I am, and what they see is a far cry from what I tried to portray earlier. This has made me feel vulnerable and exposed and ashamed of the fact that I pushed you away because you were always someone who could see my soul clearly. I recognized the direction I had built towards in the past was based on a faulty foundation. All of the hopes and dreams that I had prioritized over the potential between the two of us never came to fruition. In many ways, I am still stuck perpetually within that motion of the things that had motivated me previously, and in other ways I have become an entirely new person. So it would be both a matter of coming back around to confess everything I had withheld before, and also introducing you to this individual that I have developed into, not just through a series of victories, but through a series of shameful things that pulled away the veil and the illusion that I had been hiding behind for so long. I can't say that I have a fully abundant mindset. I can't say that as far as you and I are concerned that will ever be the case unless you hear me out and give me the opportunity to make amends with you in a deep and abiding sort of way. I look to you as a source of inspiration, a what if within this period of my life that contains a lot of closed doors and roads that I know deep within my heart are not really meant for me. Somehow, despite it all, I still feel that there is a chance for us to create something great with one another. I know that I have dashed your hopes. I know that I have toppled many of the dreams that you were trying to build towards because you thought I was that partner who would be standing with you, and instead I left you high and dry, and so you had to figure things out on your own. I know that in many ways there is a need for you to be the one taking the lead and in control of this situation, which is a challenge to my ego, and yet I have put myself in this position. Where once you were open and trusting, I sense that there is an iciness and a guardedness about your energy, which was necessary for you to cultivate after everything I have put you through and that others have put you through as well. I knew of your past. I knew of the pain and directly encountered the people who had caused that to you, and yet I still put you in a precarious situation where there was more wounding to be inflicted and fewer reasons for you to believe that the beauty of happily ever after was a thing that was really attainable in this life. There is a burden of proof that lays with me now to put my money where my mouth is, continue to make better choices for myself, and hope this, along with rigorous honesty, is enough for you to consider giving me a chance, even though you have absolutely no reason to after all this time. Maybe it's the fool in me. Maybe it's the romantic. Maybe it's the part of me that actually does belong with and to you, just as there is a part of you that I feel belongs with and to me, that is motivating me to take chances despite the fact that the level of potential success between the two of us is unknown at this point. I don't know if I come forth out of the shadows, if we will even align in the same way that we did before. So there's a part of me that holds on to the nostalgia of those magical moments that we shared and wonders if maybe that was enough, if that is all that I am worthy of in this life, because I took the gift of you for granted and now I have let you slip through my fingers and have simultaneously pushed you away. I hope that I will be able to be successful in my quest to win back your heart. I hope that it is not too little too late for us. And I need you to know that if you decide to direct your attentions romantically towards someone else, I will always wish only the best for you. I want to see you thrive in life, and I'm sorry for the things that I have done in the past that have held you back, and the ways in which I have disappointed you and made it difficult for you to open up to love in the future for yourself and with others as well. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your secret admirer wants you to know. I'm trying not to lose faith. You are my best friend. Negative thoughts get us no results. Please connect with me in the 5D. It's just easier to wear a mask. I sent you healing energy today. I feel your love. I'm sending sexual energy. We are strongly connected in 5D. And I fear the unknown. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got O, I, M, C, V, H, T, O, V, L, J, E, A, K, Y, H, X, and N. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.